My name is Robert Culver, and today I will show you my journey.
Hello there, young sir.
I'd like to sign up for the Army.
Okay. Sign here.
And just like that, I was a member of the United States military.
Stop! Name, sir.
Robert Colbert, sir.
I wasn't allowed to think before the Army. I did lots of stuff. I was even Santa Claus for a kid. I played basketball, did lots of stuff. And nothing ever amounted in my soul to being a U.S. soldier. I still remember them asking me a bunch of questions. Stuff that didn't make sense at the time.
You got any weapons?
No.
You got any drugs?
No.
You have anything you're not supposed to have?
No. I got a heart of pride and a big brain.
And I did answer everything truthfully. I wasn't lying to that man. I answered that with my full honesty. I still remember the first day of camp was terrible.
Some of you don't want to listen. Today is going to be a very hard day indeed. Watch that front off the face the front. Do you have something you wanted to say, Private?
No, sir.
What was that?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
I just thought you were doing a little too much, sir.
Safe to say that decision wasn't the smartest of my life. Eventually, though, things did turn around at camp. I got more popular with the guys, and eventually, I was sent off to war. The war wasn't really all it was cracked up to be. I mean, all we did was walk around a little bit here and there.
Good. Oh!
It was safe to say that day changed my life and my fate forever. Alright, now that the story of our legendary Robert Culver is over, I'd like to kind of summarize it a little bit. Now, if we start back at the beginning of the story, we can remember and look back that Robert Culver ended up volunteering for the Vietnam War. He was not drafted like many other Vietnam War veterans were. We could tell he's very confident in his abilities by the way he talked with the commanding officer at the front gate of the camp. Eventually, just like in real life, he was deployed to Vietnam. Once he was in Vietnam, you can tell that he was ambushed by the Vietnamese, just like many soldiers were in real life. Now that we've finished talking about our character, I would like to talk more about the Vietnam War itself. The Vietnam War began as a fight against French colonial rule. The U.S. intervened to stop communism from spreading and withdrew in 1973, leading to communist reunification in 1975. All the countries that were in the Vietnam War include South Vietnam, the United States of America, and all the countries that were in the Allied nations. The Vietnam War mattered because it fundamentally reshaped global politics and military strategy for the rest of the 20th century. The Vietnam War reshaped the U.S. by forging a deep distrust of government and creating a more cautious approach to foreign military engagements. Now I will proceed to do a timeline of the Vietnam War. In 1945, Ho Chi Minh declares the independence from France after World War II. In 1954, Vietnam is divided into two countries, North Vietnam, communists, and South Vietnam, anti-communists. In the late 1950s, war breaks out between South and North Vietnam. In 1961, John F. Kennedy sends military advisors from the United States to South Vietnam to help their efforts during the war. In 1964, Congress passes the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, giving President LBJ power to expand U.S. involvement. In 1965, the U.S. sends a large number of combat troops to Vietnam to help during the war. In 1968, the Tet Offensive surprises U.S. and South Vietnamese forces. In 1969, Richard Nixon is elected president. During his presidency, he starts slowly removing soldiers from Vietnam and giving Southern Vietnamese forces more responsibility in the war. In 1970, U.S. troops enter Cambodia and large protests break out in the United States. In 1973, the Paris Peace Accords are signed and most U.S. troops leave Vietnam. In 1975, North Vietnam captures Saigon and South Vietnam falls. And then Vietnam becomes a communist country. I believe that the Vietnam War was not justified because of the fact that the United States got too deeply involved in a war that was not theirs. It caused massive loss of life without reaching any major goals. Millions of Vietnamese civilians and soldiers were killed during the war, as well as over 58,000 American soldiers. The war also created division and protests across the United States. Another major issue was the emotional impact of soldiers returning home from Vietnam. Many soldiers came back with physical injuries or mental trauma and struggled to make life normal again. Unlike soldiers from previous wars, Vietnam veterans did not receive such a warm welcome whenever they arrived home because the war itself was not as popular with the public.
They're eating babies, man.
The Vietnam War also changed how Americans see their government. After the war, many people became distrusting of the government because of the fact that they felt a lot of things were being hidden from them during the conflict. Even today, the Vietnam War is considered one of the most controversial wars in American history. People still debate whether or not the United States should have become involved, but one thing remains. The Vietnam War still has a lasting effect on both the United States and the country of Vietnam to this day.